Hello. Hello, Tune the News. How are you? Hello, Kamora. Hello, Dictator. Hello, Karen. Sorry I'm running late, guys. My little lashes. I'm not touch them too much. They may fall off. I say about an hour. An hour. I'm a little tired. A little weak. A little tired. Sorry. Sorry. I just thought I'd get on and do a video real quick. Any news? Any updates? I have a few. It's the Mimi show. Let's get to the Mimi song. How are you guys? How is everybody? How are you doing? I hope all is well. Oh, well, that is so cute. I don't know if you can see that. That's my niece's dog. And then that's her puppy underneath. Isn't that cute? They're sleeping side by side like little brothers. The other one looked like a little hot dog. It's another version of the picture. The big one looked like a Great Dane, and the little one, oh, so cute. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. You know when the pharmacy starts telling you what to do on your doctor visits and stuff? That's that stupid stuff. Telling me when the last time was I in person with my doctor. None of your business. I'm moving pharmacies. I put some red eyeshadow on. It's a little red. All right. Let's get to the Mimi song. How are you guys doing in the land of YouTube? Is everybody well and happy? Today is Hump Day. We call it Hump Day in the United States because Hump Day means that you're almost done. You're almost done. Hello, Tune the News. What's going on with you? Hello, Kamora. Hello, Dictator. Hello, Karen. Glad you're feeling better. I am tired. Ooh. I actually just woke up. So I feel tired. Hello, Judith. And my hair needs done. Don't look at it. It's raining here today. Badly. I got my grass cut. Good morning, Layla Tisha. Hi, everyone. Hi, Pain. $509. Hello. Welcome. Rolling Stone, hello. I like to see some people I haven't saw in a while. It's pretty cool. Happy, happy, happy. We call it hump day too. Okay. See, we call it hump day too. Hump day, hump day. Hump day. Is it hump day? I guess so. Wow, you guys are so awesome. Okay, my alarm is beeping. While our song is going on, I'm going to go turn it off. Mimi Show. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's Toy Central. I think this is the reggae one. From Sam. I love you, Sam. I saw her the other day. Woo! 1 hour. Look like that's how long I'm gonna make it. Yeah, I need my hair done. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. One more time. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. I do too. I spell everything wrong. I don't mean to. Hello, Marine. Miriam. Yeah. Get into it, y'all. Yeah. Feel it. Yeah. Until the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. Until the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. Yes, the Mimi Show. Yeah, get into it. Uh-oh, it's the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Well, I'm feeling this music today. I think it's warming me up. Mimi Show. Oh. It's the Mimi Show. Oh. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. Oh, what happened? Silver. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. Oh. It's the Mimi Show. Woo! I like that. That was really soothing. Now let's get to it. Meghan is calling herself Your Royal Highness. She sends out these boxes to people. HRH. How rude, how disrespectful, how nasty. How dare you use Your Royal Highness? It's an insult. It's an insult to all of us. It's an insult to the monarchy, the king, the queen, to Catherine and William, and to all the royals. How dare you use Your Royal Highness? I was a Sussex when I got married. No, you was not a Sussex. You got that name as a gift from the queen, as a working royal. By right, you're not supposed to be using it. Ding dong. But why would you want to use something that's racist anyway? Why would you want to use something that you don't even go and visit? You don't even go and visit let your kids visit their pawpaws and stuff, but you want to be called Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Who in the hell do you think you are, girlfriend? Who in the heckadoo do you think you are? You wasn't born a royal. I'm a member of the royal family. No, you're not. Your kids are a member of the royal family. Because soon and very soon, when Harry get through playing games and come to his senses and leave you, which, like one of you guys said, my neck is going to turn white here in a minute. This is some wrinkle cream. I done got old. I think I need this on my neck. My mom said do some exercise. Kiss the sky. She said this Indian lady told her to do that. Kiss the sky. Oh boy. Whew. Let me get started. Let me get started and get warmed up here, guys. He should. He should take stripes at their titles. Here's the dealio, Meghan and Harry. You know you can't use that name. So why are you slipping it in? It's what you would call it's what you would call disrespectful, nasty, just disrespectful. Why would you dare use a name that the Queen locked up after you jumped ship? Whoop. You left the ship. You got out of the ship, left the ship, and then went over there to the new place. And now you're trying to make a name for yourself. And you know the only reason people know you and like you is because of your name. And they don't even like you because of that. You're the biggest, you're the most unliked person of 2024, 2025, and 2023. How can someone be that disliked? Where them fans at? What's it called? Boots on the ground. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hello, lovely Polly. Hello, lovely Snowdrop. Like a do, subscribe a do, chat a do, and I didn't get any notification or see it in live booked. Oh, it was short notice. It was very short notice. It's so good to see you guys. I know Miriam, because she's a cringer. Yeah, I'm going to make a memoir one day. It's just too soon. I'm not ready to make a memoir. About what? About Meghan? About yourself? Jesus. It's coming. You need to strip them. They need to go to jail, Kamora. Let's talk about these HRHs real quick. Okay. Your Royal Highness, the nerve to be called Your Royal Highness. Kinsley Schofield, why are they using your Royal Highness? It's a disrespect to the Queen. Oh my God, Meghan has no shame. She has no shame. Just like she took Lilibet.
I don't believe that that's her.
Well, let's talk about Meghan Markle because very interesting article in the Daily Mail over here today, because we've started to see a lot more of the children, well, the backs of their ginger head. I think the girl's ginger or auburn or strawberry blonde.
They're both, yeah. Both.
They're both ginger. And a rather cynical piece in the paper today, which is spot on. We know why you're using your children so much now, because everybody else is seen through the facade that is you. She slaughtered this weekend because there were some business cards in the back of one of her podcasts. She's still using her royal title, HRH, despite our late Queen warning her against it. The Duchess of Sussex was HRH, the Duchess of Sussex, was spotted on a card she'd sent her friend Jamie Kern-Lima inside a gift basket. Harry and Meghan have previously agreed not to use those titles for commercial purposes following their exit from the United Kingdom in 2020. She's got some bloody front, doesn't she?
You know, I don't know if the image is right in front of you, but Meghan has said through a representative today that she is not using the HRH title. We have literal, tangible proof.
Do we have it, right? Do we have it? Do we have a picture of that basket? Because it's true. It was on social media. She sent a bloke or some friend of hers from it, and it said, present from HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. So she's lying.
Yeah, she's gaslighting. She's lying. Absolutely. And this is just another one of those examples of Harry and Meghan disrespecting the Queen. I know she is no longer here, but that does not mean that the rules don't apply to you any longer. They stole the Queen's name, Lilibet, then lied about how they had her permission. When BBC reported that the palace said they did not have her permission, they threatened litigation that they backed down from because they realized there's no way that they would win that.
Taking that point, do you know where Lilibet came from?
Litigation.
Yeah, I do, but go ahead and share it.
No, this is between Margaret and the Queen. It's what Margaret called the Queen because she couldn't say Elizabeth, so she's Lilibet, and it was the most important thing to the Queen. And I remember at the time when they called their daughter Lilibet, we just all went, "Oh my God, they'll stop at nothing but this." And you're right, our great Queen, our country will never be the same without her. And I've said it, and I make no apology for that. She was like everything. All of my life, the Queen was the Queen. She was told not to use the HRH title perfectly I think, as a perfect thing to a woman who wanted nothing to do with it. What I'd love from you is, where do you think that the wee ginger boy stands in all of this, Harry? Because
screw the ginger.
I was the most important thing to the Queen. And I remember at the time when they called their daughter Lilibet, we just all went, "Oh my God, they'll stop at nothing but this." And you're right, our great Queen, our country will never be the same without her. And I've said it, and I make no apology for that. She sent a bloke or some friend of hers from it, and it said, "Present from HRH, the Duchess of Sussex." So she's lying.
Yeah, she's gaslighting. She's lying. Absolutely. And this is just another one of those examples of Harry and Meghan disrespecting the Queen. I know she is no longer here, but that does not mean that the rules don't apply to you any longer.
How long is she gonna go on disrespecting the Queen? William, King Charles, hello. Anyone there? Knock-a-doo, knock-a-knock-a-doo. What's up with the HRHs? Your royalnesses? What's up with Meghan disrespecting the Queen by using your Royal Highness? Then goes behind closed doors and says, "I'm not using it." Gaslighting us. Manipulating. Being a manipulator. Sorry, I'm going to use one of Ralph's words. A manipulative. She's trying to manipulative us. Manipulative. Or we can call it manipidoo. Let's call it a manipidoo. Meghan is manipidooing us. Now, we let her take Prince and Princess. She stole Lilibet, okay? She stole the Duchess of Sussex. Now she's trying to take the Royal Highness. If I was in England, in the UK, I think I would be pissed off. I think I would have an attitude. A serious attitude with this girl using our queens, your Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, Princess and Prince, Lilibet. Okay. They need to do something about it. It's time to cut the top, cut it, let it go, get rid of it, get rid of the titles, shrink them down to size, William. Make them have some accountability for the BS that they spreaded for a whole year. They spreaded it. They did a spread-a-do. I love my fan. They both disrespected the late queen when she was alive. They don't care. But they disrespected her in her resting days. She's probably rolling over in her grave saying, "Look at this bitch. Running around using the Duchess of Sussex, your Royal Highness, Lilibet, Prince and Princess." Meghan took it all. But gets on the show and act like, "This is me. It's just me. People that know me from a long time ago and even longer than that, they know, they say, wow, you're the same Meghan. No, you're not the same Meghan. You are full of a whole bunch of crap-a-doo. And you're not the same person. You probably is, and all that evil is skeeting out now. Skeeting. All that evil just a skeet-a-doo. Let's skeet it out. Yes. Yes. She's a taker. She took Harry. She took the clothes. She took the money. She took the wedding. She took it all. The spectacle was for them, not me. Well, what is this spectacle for? The as ever? Is that for you? It's thunderstorming here. It's about to come. It's coming down. At this point, Meghan is giving Lamisha Fuller, the failed actor turned entrepreneur. Meghan, she sell jam. Lamisha sell her body. I worry for Prince Harry mental health. Lamisha. I don't really know a lot of Lamisha Fuller. I just know that she was saying that she was a victim at one point. Yes. I have to go get some Gatorade. William can't do anything till he's king. Well, Parliament need to get in there and go swoosh, swoosh. HRHs. I draw the line right there. I draw this line in the sand. You cannot use those titles, Meghan. You are forbidden. You know what the Queen said. Why are you disrespecting them? As if you were born. As soon as you got married to Harry, you start acting a donkey. Just a purity donkey. Say I say a donkey's ass. Yes, she's been acting like a donkey's ass. Writing books, spare books, Netflix shows, doing the curtsy. She couldn't even get that right. And he looking at her like an idiot. Yeah, that's your wife making fun of your grandma, the Queen of England, dumb. And it's not, then she called it medieval times. You're medieval. You keep plagiarizing and taking people's things, such as the Jamathon and the clothes closet and the Instagram. You brought back the TIG 2.2 as ever. And then you're a founder, a female founder on the backs of the royal family. Because would nobody be putting up with half the BS that you dish out? No one would be putting up with her. Who? Spotify kicked her to the curb. Netflix still hanging on with the CEO. He's an idiot. And WME is like, oh, I'd be glad when she leaves. Nobody's knocking on her door for deals. Nobody's asking her to show off this shirt. And if they do, it's a low-end company. Because Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Bourbon them ain't gonna let her, and Gucci and them don't want her to advertise for her because they know they're gonna get markled. Woo, the markledness. See what the side chat talking about. The king needs to send the Navy SEAL to rescue Prince Harry. He needs to blink twice. Blink twice. Click your heels 3 times, Harry, if you're in duress. I wish I was home. Like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Clap your heels 3 times and you may end up back in. You may. Hello, Lady L. Monson Chatter from rainy Dallas, Texas, from the only Harry and Meghan fan. Hello, lovely Joy. Let's say hello to Joy. She's our only Meghan and Harry fan, but she like us over here, so we welcome her. We welcome her because, like, we may learn something from Joy, and Joy might learn something from us. Yeah, now back to the HRHs. Did you know, Joy, that Meghan is using your Royal Highness after the Queen told her that she couldn't use them? It's storming. I don't know where you at, Joy. It's storming over here by my house. I might have to get under the bed. I might have to cut this off and be like, okay, the lights may go off or something. Hello, highly sensitive. She's a thiefadoo. Meghan is a thiefadoo. I know you guys don't like Meghan, but what about Harry? See, I feel sorry for Harry, but not all of us do, Joy. Make sure you slow down the chants, Snowdrop, please. Or Snowdrop, whoever's in the, do I have a mod here today? Just slow the chat down for me, please. Prince Harry's a traitor. At one point, Joy, they was called the Traitor and the Tramp. The Traitor and the Tramp. Yeah, that was their names. They're still called that. Hey, Harry is a traitor. He betrayed his family for this woman. He betrayed his country. He betrayed his family. He betrayed his friends. He betrayed everything that he knew growing up. He betrayed for this woman. She let him get on. He let her get on the Oprah show and say his family was racist because she wasn't going to get the titles for Princess and Prince Lily, Prince and Princess for the kids. Next thing you know, after the Queen died, Meghan gave her a christening, and all of a sudden they're Prince and Princess. But according to Meghan, in the docuseries with, not the docuseries, but the series with Oprah Winfrey, they wasn't going to get the titles because of the color of their skin. It was going to be black. It was going to be a concern. That the lies, the liadoos, they just flow. The lies just flow. If you wasn't going to get the titles for the kids, then why they walking around with the titles? And here's another kicker, Joy. Do you know Princess Diane's name, not Princess Diane, Queen Elizabeth's name was Lilibet when she was a baby, when she was a child, and her husband called her Lilibet. It was her own special name that he had for her, Philip, and Meghan took it for her daughter, Lilibet, without even asking the Queen. And then the Queen was going to, do something about it. But she said, oh, the heck with it, because Meghan had already patented it. This is evil stuff going on. Evil stuff coming out of Meghan's pores. But then she sits on the table, she sits around and she chills and she acts like she's this loving, caring, wonderful person that she can relate to. She doesn't relate to a dog's bone. But Joy, he's called the traitor. A lot of people don't feel sorry for Harry. I feel sorry for him because I believe he was bamboozled, trapped, beguiled, overtaken, besotted. Sorry, I'm hot, guys. She tricked him into marrying him. And there he did walk down the aisle with this Jezebel, this gold digger, this Mimi girl. I started out as a fan, Joy. I was a fan. I followed them. I watched the wedding. I was happy for them. I didn't see anything in the wedding video that made me think that Meghan was going to be anything but a good wife to Harry and a meek, submissive person. But when she took the vows out that she will obey him, she wasn't going to obey him. Let's take obey out of the vows. They're there for a reason, dum-dee-dee-dum. It goes both ways. Obey your spouses. Then King Charles walked her down the aisle because she forgot to invite her dad, her sickly dad. She was never inviting him. TMZ was calling up and asking the dad, did you get your invitation yet? Are you walking Meghan down the aisle? And he said, I haven't got my invitation yet. The wedding was in a week. The wedding was in a week. This is how bad this woman is, girlfriend. And Harry's a traitor. I feel sorry for him, though, Joy. And see, other people think, like, see, Miriam thinks he's worse. Why did she divorce her ex-husband? Because she married Harry. Because he didn't have no money. He didn't have that job status lined up that she needed. Harry is just as bad and maybe worse. He is worse, Joy, because he's the enabler. Meghan wouldn't be able to do half the stuff, 95% of the stuff of any of the things that she gets away with without Harry's approval. He's okay being pushed aside. Move over, Harry, because I'm taking this over. I'm the queen, B-I-C-T-H up in here, Harry. You ain't running nothing. I've been running it since I married you. I took the kids from England. They won't never see them kids again. King Charles maybe seen Archie, once or twice? And then, I'm sweating bad. Yep, he caused it. He was the only one that can control and stop her from becoming this menace to society. And Harry didn't stop it. He enabled her. He allowed her to do that funky curtsy on the that funky, I call it funky. That funky curtsy, talking about the Queen Elizabeth not respecting who she is. It's about respect. And Meghan didn't have any respect for her. She thought it was a game. She thought it was a job application. She thought she was auditioning for a job when she went into the royal family. She didn't take it seriously. Then when she got in, she's like, oh, well, I'm in now. They can't fire me. No, she thinks everything's a business. Yesterday on her show that we watched, she said that everything's a business. My kids, my job, my friendships, everything's a business. No, don't call me a business. Either you're my friend or you're not. That's why I believe that she thinks everything is a job. And she's always telling us her resume. Philanthropist, artist, author, founder, as ever, charitable, philanthropist, humanitarian, as ever, just you name it. Meghan has done it. She's the jack of all trades. She is the jack of all trades. Yeah, Joy, you let me know if anybody messes with you. You're our friend and we care. There ain't nothing wrong with you being a Meghan fan and learning and wanting to know why we think the way we think. And I was just giving you a little bit of background of why she doesn't take accountability for some of the mess that she does. Like, she didn't think that, oh, that might hurt the queen taking Lilibet. Or, oh, that might not hurt the queen taking her grandson away from her in her last years. When you marry one of the royal family members, you marry into the family, into the institution. You follow along. You go into a whole new arena because now you are a family member and they are a family of business. But she treated it like, why do I have to do this? I want to go back to California where I can smell the roses, where I can make some jam so I can get on Oprah and talk bad about the royals and her and family. She dissed them down to their socks. She treated them like they wasn't nothing. Poorly. That's why she's not liked. That's why she's not a likable person. It is storming here, girlfriend. Did you hear that thunder? Woo! When you take cover, I'm taking cover. Okay? Hello, Debbie. She was behaving the same way before she met Harry, Debbie. I believe that. They were so loved in the UK. They were loved in the UK. Meghan was instantly on top of the world and had superseded Kate's popularity. Had superseded it. Because she was the new girl on the block. Meghan was the new chick, the new woman, the new girl, the new royal, the new surprise, the new beauty. She got in there and totally treated that stuff like it wasn't about nothing. Like it wasn't real stuff, real life stuff that she was doing and being a part of. She treated it really bad. And the first ticket out of there, she was getting the hell out of there, because you cannot tell me she's having all this wonderful success over here in the United States and it's going so peachy keen for her. Everything's going great. The jam sold out in 30, 40 minutes. I can't believe it. I can't keep up products. You'd be lucky if you see any more of the scam jam. If they're going to make any more. And then this female founder, oh my God, I'm bored out of my wits. Marines, I love Prince Harry too. You still like Prince Harry. And there's nothing wrong with that. You give him grace and mercy. Because I really think that he got tied up, wrapped up, gobbled up, swollen up, toe up from the flow up by Meghan. By his Jezebel. I am sweaty. Yep. Got ripped to pieces. Ripped to shreds. Now he looks like a dingleberry. I used to think Harry was a fox, handsome, and had it going on. I was like, wow, whoever gets Harry is going to be a lucky lady. She don't, She didn't say at her wedding that this was the best day of my life. Pinch me. I can't believe it's happening. But she said, pinch me when now that she thinks she's this successful person with, as ever, the founder and the Jamathon. Now you're the most happiest. You wasn't the most happiest when you were getting married, when he asked you. You're more happy doing the things that you want to do when it's about you. I'm happy because I get to do crafts and I get to go and do flower arrangements and cook dry spaghetti and have a show about it. And then also, we're going to sit around and talk about how we're billionaires. What the? I don't want to sit around and talk about how successful you are, Meghan, you and your billionaire friends. Oh, yes, I'm successful because, yeah, I did it this way and I did it like that. And then, I just it just sold out just like that. And I was just successful. Who are you talking to and who are you relating to? No one. You're not relatable. Can't nobody get with you. I can't get with her. Like, I got it. I understand that. There's nothing she says that makes me understand. So, gosh, it's been so great. Thanks for asking me how I'm doing. Because no one's asked me. They were loved in the UK. Snowdrop, is she here? Hello, Christine. Can you bring Joy up, Lady Letitia? Only if Joy would like to come up and just give us her side of the story. And I don't want her feeling intimidated. I don't want us saying anything negative about Joy. Joy is our visitor. She is welcomed here, and I am glad she's here. Now, if she would love to come up, and you don't have to show your face, Joy, but if you would like to come up and chit chat with us, we would love that. I will put my link in the box for you. And if you would like to come up and share with us what it is about Meghan you like. Because when AT2 was on my channel the other week, he was convinced that there is something. Because at first he was like, we need to leave that girl alone. She's doing good. They probably were racist. And I wouldn't talk to my father and them either if they was being bad-mouthed me in the press. They're just telling the truth. They're just telling the truth. God, I'm going to have to go turn on the air conditioner. Harry publicly trashed his family on TV and in his book for money. It's cruel. He did do that. He said that Catherine and William were the main reasons, were the two that said that it was a problem with Archie's skin color. Why would Catherine give a damn? Sue Clark, why would she care about the color of those kids' skin of all people? First of all, she is William's wife. She's not making decisions to change the monarchy because the kids are maybe have a darker skin. It might not look right. It was a lie. And she needs to admit it was a lie because it never made sense. I wish somebody would ask me questions about that. Like, why do you think that? And how do you know? What signs was it? The whole thing that she said. Oh, Joy has something. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for Harry. I think he was more hurt by his mom's death more than anybody. I do believe that he is hurt behind his mom, and I will give you that, Joy. You're probably right about that. Hello, Dictator.
Hi all. Oh, let me switch one off.
Hello,
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Joy,
Yeah.
that's okay. You can defend Harry because I defend him sometimes too, even though he's a traitor.
I did say to Joy, if she wants to come up, I'll come up and I'll answer some of her questions, because she had a lot of questions in, and I said I'll come up and answer them for her if she wants to come on.
Yeah, I would love for Joy to come up, but we got to be nice to Joy and very
Of course we
calm.
would. Of
And
course we will.
yes, because Joy's a fan, and I like that. I wish we had more Joy, more fans over here, so they
This would
can.
be, yeah, this would be a good chat to see. Let someone who likes them come on. She wants to come
And
on.
explain why. She just explained why she has a soft spot for Harry. I have to defend Harry. Most of his actions, I think, come from his feelings on how his mom was treated.
Yeah.
You think that too, dictator?
I'm going to be very quick. Let me just say, I'm going to give you very, very quick history, and it's going to be very brief. So Prince Charles and Princess Diana, they had to get married because the mother of the future king has to be a virgin and of a certain aristocracy and class. And Diana was picked
Okay,
to be.
time out right there.
Sorry,
Why
go.
in the hell did Meghan get through all that and she's not a virgin?
Because she was not the mother of the future king.
Oh, okay. Continue.
Yeah. So the mother of the future king has to be a virgin and of a certain aristocracy and class, because they know how to behave and mannerisms and X, Y, and Z.
Oh, that's
So
wonderful.
Princess Diana was picked, and she was very beautiful. She was a very beautiful girl. Now, Prince Charles never loved her, and they didn't love each other. She was very, very young, and I think she was only 19, and she was infatuated with Charles and this whole that she was going to be princess, the future queen, the mother of the king, and she was infatuated with it. But ultimately, they never loved each other, and it was in a business arrangement. Charles loved Camilla more than anything in the world.
Did Diane know that it was a business deal?
I think she was just too young to understand. She knew that. She did know, but I think at 19, you just don't really understand
So
what
what
that
was
really
going to happen? He
means.
was just going to keep having an affair with
Camilla.
Camilla, and then they were just going to stay married? Like that was how it was going to be?
Basically, yeah, because that's who he loved, and he couldn't marry her. And basically, yeah, so he had Camilla on the side, and he married Diana because he had no choice. There was no choice. And I think if he could have married Camilla, he would have. And so yeah, so he had Camilla on the side, and ultimately the tragedy of Diana's death brought it all into the mainstream. But Charles and Camilla, they paid very, very heavily for what happened, and they've paid for it their entire lives. They've paid for it their entire lives.
They
Camilla
did.
Camilla was destroyed publicly.
Crucified.
She was crucified. He was crucified, but ultimately, they just loved each other, and it was this situation that was out of their control. And ultimately, they got through the fire. They kept their heads down. I think it was Rolling Stone. She was 100% correct. Camilla proved herself to the UK and to people. She loved Charles. She respected the family. She respected the Queen. She proved herself, and they got married. And the British people, and a lot of people still don't like Camilla, but they said she's good for him. She's good for
Camilla.
She's good for the royal family. She's good for Charles. He loves her. He's got the woman that he wanted all of his life. Let them be. And they're good ambassadors. And now let them be. They've repented. They've done everything they could to say sorry, and just let them be now, you know?
You know, I'm okay with Joy having a soft spot for Harry.
Yeah, she can. Of course she can.
And the reason why I say that is because I halfway feel sorry for him for being bamboozled by this woman. I really do think it's all her. And I think he went along like a puppet. He allowed it to happen. And he is a traitor.
He is a traitor. It's terrible what he's done.
Hello, Light Skin. Hello, Christine. Hello, Rolling Stone. Harry was the most loved royal in the UK. He's not now. No, he's at the bottom, along there with his wife. And he's still uplifting everything she does. He loves her so much. I don't believe that they're in this this love connection. I don't see the love connection. Oh, he loves me so much. He's a great partner. He's a great husband. Why does she keep saying partner? And I think the reason why she keeps calling him a partner is because he's her business partner. I do believe she treats him like this is a business arrangement. This ain't no love at first sight and fairy tale down the Princess Lane. I don't believe it. Prince Harry became a feminist when he met Meghan Markle. This ultimately, what got me when he allowed her to get on the Oprah show and say that his family was racist. And then he says he didn't know. Because he didn't know, and he thought maybe he had some racism in himself. I said, huh? You let her tell you that? You let this woman come into you and tell you what personality you have? That you could be racist, Harry? I would have told her, hell no. Why you married me then? Get the hell out.
Yeah, it's not good.
Get out, get out, get out, and get out now. How you pronounce her name? China?
Yeah, Snowdrop. And Catherine was ripped to pieces as well. They all got ripped to pieces. Meghan's like, I'm the only person who got all this bad press. Catherine got it worse. Camilla and Catherine got it 10 times worse than what Meghan has.
Again, I think Harry has issues with the way his mom was treated, and it made him want out of the royal life. And Meghan being bossy made it happen, not saying she's right. Okay, now I do believe he had some resentment. There's some resentment there. He feels like something happened to his mom. But I believe before she came along, Joy, that he was happy with his family, that he loved his grandmother and he loved his father, and his brother was his best friend. And she came in and destroyed that. She separated him from the people that he did love. Now, Harry could have left a long time ago. He didn't need her to push him out. She just helped him get out. I believe, this is what I believe, Joy. I believe Harry was happy where he was because he told Meghan what they were going to be doing as royals, and it was going to be hard and difficult. It's not going to be as easy as you think. And she was like, I'm ready. I'm ready to hit the ground running and doing what I'm doing. I'm going to write the queen a letter and let her know that I'm for this, and this, and to use me however she would like to use me. Then a few minutes later, she's talking about, I don't want to live anymore, and we need to get the hell out of here. And Harry said, I don't want, she used his mom's, her passing as a way to use him as they're not safe. She used his fear. Do you believe that, Dictator?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I think the problem is Prince Harry, he's a self-confessed drug user, and he's got stuck with the death of his mother. That's all he talks about. And he's got stuck there, and the drugs and the alcohol abuse is not helping him move on. And so, yeah, she played up to that. But I still cannot fathom how he turned against his family like that.
Yeah.
It's still so shocking. No matter, I understand that they're talking about in the chat, they're talking about how Princess Diana was treated. When you say how she was treated, what do you mean? Because she was treated pretty well. I know that he was having an affair with Camilla, yes, but she had partners too. And she was known to play the press very well. And Princess Diana, she was refused. They gave her security. She refused the security, which is why she didn't have security with her the night that she died, because she refused to have the security. So when they say she was treated badly, she wasn't treated as badly as what you believe she was. This is, this is kind of a bit of a fallacy where she was treated so badly. She really wasn't. Yeah, so Snowdrop, yeah, Diana had very great qualities, but she broke up many marriages. She did. She broke up a lot of marriages, and she was known to hound people and harass people. So she was not this saint that everybody thinks she was. And she used to sell a lot of stuff to the papers as well about how Charles was horrible to her and everything else, where he really wasn't. He treated her very, very well. So there we are. That's my bit on Princess Diana. I can't hear you. I've lost the sound. Have you gone mute?
Dictator. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I was saying that was good. That was good what you said. Why is there an echo? I'm gonna go let the dog out. Do you? Oh, it's coming from you.
Oh, it's coming from you. Oh, what have I got? A thingy? Have I got a?
Yeah, I think you have.
Yeah, I think you have an echo. Taking that off. That should be all right now.
Okay, I think Harry is a weak man that is in an abusive relationship. He's wrong, but because compassion. That's where I'm at right there. I'm gonna put a star by that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check.
Yes, he does deserve compassion. He does. He's just, I think he's a very unwell man, a very unwell person. I think he's been very unwell for many, many years, and he's got himself into a situation that he can't, he's a bit stuck in right now. Have you gone, Lady Letitia? I think she might have gone to get a drink. Yeah, but Joy, of course the royal family knew, everybody knew about Camilla, but that was his real love. And, being a royal, living a life in the royal family is a life of absolute luxury and no financial worries, a life of luxury, beautiful dresses, makeup and hair, and never any financial worries. I mean, I would have I would have that life in a heartbeat. It's absolutely glamorous. And Diana had her lovers and partners and relationships too, so
Yeah,
she wasn't bad.
I think I'm still in the background.
I've got everything switched off. I don't know why there's an echo.
Joy, his mother had many affairs. Yep, that's true. Very wanted out. Okay. Okay. Here's another question. I love your questions. Why does Camilla get the same heat? Oh,
She did. She got it bad.
I don't know. Do you have me on in the background?
No, I've got nothing on.
Okay. Because there's a really bad echo. You want to drop out and come back in?
I will. I'll come out and come back in.
Okay, I'll drop the link again. So Joy, oh my God, let me tell you. I like that. I put a star by 509. I put a star by your beautiful picture, by the way, by one of your posts. At the end of the post, I like to read any super chats, any posts that you may have posted that caught my eye that I really want to read back to you guys. Let's get down here to Joy. Joy's question. Why doesn't Camilla get the same heat? So Camilla had it bad. Oh my God. Like she was ostracized. She was treated like, it's okay, Rocky. It's okay. The storm. I know it. I know it. It's okay. It's okay, Rocky. He's scared of the storm. It's okay, mommy got you. Camilla had it bad. Oh my God. She was treated like she was stoned in the street, everything but stoned. Everything but she was treated so bad, Joy. It was so bad that you remember that one scene in let's see, what is it called? Game of Thrones, when that lady was walking through the street naked. That's how bad they treated her. That's how horrible it was. I gotta get him to the doctor. I'm gonna make an appointment. His eyes aren't looking too good. Oh, let me get the dictator back on. Hello, dictator. Sorry it took me so long.
That's all right. No worries. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, so Joy asked, about the heat on Camilla. And I was telling her that it reminded me of when the Game of Thrones, when that lady was walking through the street naked and they was throwing stuff at her and being real gross to her. The Queen Mother, she had went to jail. They treated her really bad. That's how they treat Camilla. Was ostracized.
She was. She kept her head down and she proved herself, and slowly
she really proved herself.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, somebody needs to slow down the chat. Camilla got a lot of heat back in the day. Yes, she sure did. Snowdrop, compassion only works for the receptive. He was being enabled and covered up for all his life. She disabled person he mocked deserves compassion. Well, Harry is not a saint. We know that. And he's far from perfect. He's a traitor. He looks like a little boy lost trying to figure this out.
He did. I don't think he thought this was all going to happen. That this was going to turn out the way it did.
Right. He thought it was going to be different.
Yeah. Because he's like...
it took years to really take Camilla's image.
It did. Many, many years.
And the Queen accepted her at the end, and I'm glad that she named her Queen. I think it's a deserving name for her.
Yeah, Christine, you're right. Who's that?
That's Dale. Dale, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I just woke up. What's going on?
The chat's going too fast. Hello, Ziggy Lee, chick with the crown.
Yeah, Christine, you're right. Catherine was trolled when she was diagnosed with cancer. And before the world knew she had cancer, she was ripped to pieces. So they're still getting it now. Camilla and Catherine, they're still getting trolled by the world.
Yeah,
Still
they are, but it's a lot better than it was. Dictator, how long did it take for Dale, how are you? Dale,
We
you
can't
just
hear you
woke
now.
up? I'll give her a minute. The question is, how long did it take for Camilla to be rehabilitated? Years.
Years. Yeah, years and years.
To me, she's just, even during the marriage, when they got married, it was still strife going on about her.
Is she
Yeah.
dead?
I'm sure there's some people who still don't like Camilla. Yep, that's true. I have read up on Meghan, although I haven't trashed her yet. I see some of your guys' points. And see, you can be in between. Let me tell you something. Ziggy Lee, chick with the crown. She is, you kind of remind me of her. She is used to be a fan of Meghan's, but she is she's not biased, and she will question. Ziggy Lee, chick with a crown, will question some of my points, and why did you say that, and what do you mean her clothes, and all this stuff. So Ziggy Lee will push back. All right.
Yeah, everyone can have their opinion. Everyone can have their opinions, no problem.
Yeah, Dale, what's going on behind the scenes?
I don't know. I think I'm out of the loop. I'm half asleep. I just wonder what you're all talking about. Why are we talking about Camilla?
We're talking about everything.
Oh, everything. Okay.
But we were talking about how Meghan is using the HRHs and how she's being very disrespectful.
Yeah, how's she getting away with that?
Yes, Catherine. Yeah, why she keep doing that? Hello, Ziggy Lee. It just makes me cringe. When it's disrespectful, it's nasty, it's wrong.
She's using
that, and let me say this. I'm more a Harry fan. I love Diane and followed everything about her when she was alive. I felt for both kids, but it was just something about Harry. Yeah, maybe because he was younger, Joy. And also, too, I was going to say, God, I forgot.
Having a senior's moment.
Yeah.
Are you hot? Are you having a hot flush?
Girl, is that what it is? Let me take my hot flash medicine. It just happens to be here. Oh, I am out. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
It's going crazy. I got to get a new pack.
I missed you the other day. I missed you.
I missed you too.
Yeah, I came on and you were on and then you were off. And I thought, oh, damn. Hey, Ziggy. Hey, Snowdrop. Hey, Sue Clark. Hello, everybody. All lovely people there. Hey, Christine. Haven't seen Christine.
As Ziggy Lee, as far as Catherine and Meghan are concerned, Catherine got it bad. They were showing naked pictures of her, calling her Wavy Katie, and they treated Catherine and Meghan the same. I don't think it was worse. They talked about both of them. The
Did
media.
you ever hear what the photographers used, the disgusting names that Catherine was called when she was just walking about, when she was just going out with William? They were trying to get a reaction out of her, and they used to
Yeah,
call her
they did.
tramp and all sorts of disgusting, derogatory female slurs. And she never reacted. She just kept walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to chase her down the street. Yeah, they used to call her names. There's one video of her, Catherine, where she was actually crying, and Pippa was trying to comfort her because the press was calling her horrible names.
Well, they
So
were filthy, filthy names.
She got it worse than Meghan. Meghan never got chased down the street as much as she pretended she did. She didn't.
Yeah.
Or she was
Camilla
never chased anywhere.
Yeah, Diana got chased down the street. Catherine got chased down the street. Camilla got chased down the street. Meghan didn't.
Meghan
And
walked up
so,
and down in front of the palace trying to get attention.
yeah, Meghan was desperate to be chased down the street, but she never was.
Never. And why would they?
Ziggy Lee, she's not allowed to use her HRH title at all.
He is not able. Where do you see that at?
It's Ziggy Lee in the comments. Meghan can use her HRH title in private. She can't.
No, she can't.
She cannot use those HRHs. The Queen put them HRHs in a vault.
Yeah.
It said you cannot use these names because you are stepping down as a senior royal.
And you are not a working member of the royal family. It is a law.
Working member of the royal family. No, she is not allowed to use that. And I am what do you call that? I'm disappointed in her for doing it because she keeps trying to get away with things that she can't get away with. She can't use HRHs. You left BICTH. You left the grounds and you didn't want to be a princess anymore. You didn't want to be a HRH or a Duchess of Sussex. You wanted all the accolades and all the stuff that goes around with the pageantries of being a royal, but you didn't want to play the part. That's what happened. Sundrop, is my chat slow?
It was slow a while ago.
Oh, is it? Is it slow?
Yeah, it's quite slow now.
Okay. I'm just slow.
Yes, Miriam, it was horrible.
Yeah, she got straight out of Compton, but it wasn't a dig because she is close to Compton. She's 30 minutes from Compton. That's what Harry said. Meghan didn't live in Compton. She lived 30 minutes away. My mom lives in Flower Mound, but we still live in like Dallas, Fort Worth area, That might not be a good argument, but
yeah, I mean, nobody's saying that Meghan didn't have it bad. She did have it bad, but they all had it bad. Nobody had it worse. They all had it bad, and nobody had it worse than the others. They all had it bad. No one's taken that away from Meghan. She did, but she didn't have it any worse. She's claiming she had it worse than Katie. She had it worse than Catherine or Camilla. She didn't have it worse.
No, she didn't. And she wasn't telling the Queen to tell the press to do this and do that and do this. But one time William did get pissed off and because they had new pictures of her while they were on vacation.
They were where?
They were on vacation on the yacht.
Oh, vacation, yeah.
At a resort. And she had her top off.
Who? Catherine, when she got pictured topless.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in a chateau. Yeah, she's sunbathing and they took a picture of her. Put it all over the press. No, she can't use it at all, Ziggy Lee.
No, she is banned. She is banned from using it, and she knows it. And she's just started using it recently.
Yeah, she's poking the royal family. She's been trying
she is.
everything else, so now this is our last.
Here. If she can't, she did, and nothing's going to happen to her for using them. For God's sakes, they are still on the BRF website.
British
Why
royal
wouldn't they
family.
be on the website?
They're on the British Royal Family website.
HRH is still on the website.
No, they are the Prince Harry, Meghan Markle. They're still on the British Royal Family's website.
Why wouldn't they? They're family.
Exactly. The British Royal Family are doing like I said this before. They're playing the long game. They are not. They are giving Harry and Meghan no ammunition to come after them. You're married to the royal family. We're going to keep you on the royal. We were going to keep you on the royal family website because you're still married. You know, they're not giving them ammunition for them to whinge right now. They're playing the long game.
Yep.
It is.
Yes,
Because this is my personal opinion, right? Harry is in a mess. He is under his two charities, Archwell and Centerville, are under investigation. And God knows what's going to come out of that. And I don't think that's going to be good. Right? He doesn't have his IPP status, so he can be prosecuted if it is, if he's done something wrong, because the IPP status would have prevented him from being prosecuted, but he doesn't have that. So if they come after him, they will come after him, like the law.
Like the Sanabala?
Yeah, Centerville and Archwell are under investigation. I think Invictus are going to drop him because he's poison. Now, there's a little bit of gossip. Prince Harry has been trying to reach out to other charities for him to become patron of, and they've all said no because he's poison right now. So Harry's world is crumbling.
Oh, I hope that's true.
His world is crumbling bad, and I think he's going to try and run.
Both.
And I think he's going to try and run back to the royal family, and they will take him because they love him. They don't like him, but they love him, and they will look after him.
Right.
And they're going to say, right, you come back, but you got to divorce her. And I think he will. And in the divorce, they will take her HRH title away from her because they did it.
Going to force him to divorce her.
I think if they say you can come back and we'll protect you, but you got to divorce her, I think he will.
God, I don't see that happening. That would be rude.
I think he will. And what they'll do,
I agree.
I just think like, oh, Kara, you got to divorce him before you can come home. No, she probably would be like, Mom, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but if she was in an abusive relationship like that, would you not say you can come home but you got to divorce him?
It depends on what type of man. If it was, let's see, if it was Meghan.
Yeah. If she was married to the male version of Meghan and you said you can come home right now but you got to divorce him,
I wouldn't tell her that she had to divorce him because I don't think that it would be right for me to like force her to do that unless she hinted around to me and said, Mom, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Well, let's divorce him.
Yeah. I think he will drop her if it come down to it and the royal family said you can come back, bring them kids, come back here, we will protect you and look after you and your kids, divorce her, he will. And what they'll do is they will take her HRH title away from her in the divorce because they did it with Diana and they did it with Sarah Ferguson. They took their HRHs away from them too in the divorce. And that's how they'll take it away from her in the divorce. That's just my theory.
Okay.
Why didn't he do it? Why didn't the Queen do it straight away?
Okay, it looks like Ziggy Lee has a question. What did you say, Del? I'm sorry.
So I'm reading Ziggy's. What does Ziggy want to know? What do you think of the end game will be? Well, I think they're already divorced, and I don't think there are any kids. But that's just me.
My theory. If there is kids, which I think they are, something's going on. That I think that he's not leaving his kids. He's not going back to the UK without them. So he's going to have to find some type of condo to live in, and they're going to have to split custody.
What makes you believe there are any kids?
I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I just don't know.
No birth certificates, no photos, no images, no references. She never talks about them like they're real children. He never talks about them like they're real children. It's a
No,
whole
she
farce.
it.
I
Yeah.
don't know whether he will leave her or not. I think she's got so much on him and so much on the royal family. I don't think they can do anything. That's why the royal family is just playing the long game and why Harry's still there. And then they all could be working for the WEF, and it's all just a scam and a distraction for us to not pay attention to what's really going on in the world, because these two are just la-di-daring around and we're all going, ooh.
Don't forget, at the time that they left the royal family, yeah, Christine, sorry, yes, the HRH titles are in abeyance. That is correct. They are in abeyance.
Yeah, that's the word.
At the time that they left the royal families, this is again my personal opinion, she was kicked out because of her terrible behaviour, and he had the choice whether to stay or go, and he went with her. They did that Oprah Winfrey, and they would chuck in grenades at the royal family, racist and Archie's skin colour, and they weren't going to give them prince and princesses titles. They gave no evidence to back this up, by the way. They just said whatever they wanted. Even Meghan Markle said that the British press called her child the N-word, an Nigger, and the British press had to come out and say, no, we didn't. The British press said, you give your evidence that we called your child the N-word.
Right.
And she couldn't do it again. She couldn't do it. And so at this point, the British royal family are under attack by these two lunatics who appear to be mentally ill. And they just played the long game. They just sat there and said, okay, right, what we're going to do, they can sit on the royal family website. We're going to give them whatever. We're just going to make sure that we keep our hands clean and we do everything that we're supposed to do. Okay, they said they got kids, we'll put them in the line of succession. They can be taken out the line of succession very, very easily, but we'll put them in the line of succession. We'll give them the prince and princess titles. We'll do everything we're supposed to do. But ultimately, if it comes out that those kids are not real and X, Y, and Z, that she's lied about all this, on her head be it, on Harry and Meghan's head be it. The royal family will just recover from it. They'll just go, we did everything. They told us they had kids, so we did exactly the right thing we were supposed to do, put them in line of succession, put them on our website. It now turns out that they lied and they don't have kids. On your head be it. Right. That's my opinion. The royal family are doing everything they're supposed to do. They're not giving them any more ammunition of which they're going to be attacked with. That's my personal opinion.
Well, part of that's true, yes. And certainly not giving them any ammunition. But I think this latest using of the titles is to poke the royal family into doing something.
Very disrespectful.
That's all she's got left. Everything she's touched is turned to crapola. Crapola. The jam is rubbish. All of her stuff is not selling. The podcasts are literally being laughed at by the world.
Yes.
She's got nothing. And what does she do when she's got nothing left? Bring out something to target the royal family with. And everyone goes, oh my God, bring up all the interest in Meghan again because she's used something against the royal family. That's what she does.
Sorry to interrupt, but have you been talking about the latest, the Jamie interview? What's that about?
Yeah, we watched it.
It's about nothing.
Nothing is right.
It's about nothing.
We couldn't make it to the end. We didn't make it to the end. We tried.
Oh, nobody could make it to the end. No one. Not even the guy that does the body language. Even he tried and tried. He said he just couldn't. He started to feel sick.
Yes.
Literally.
It was one of those things that you either gonna try to listen and try to understand it, or B, it's just gonna be on in the background, and then you can't. It's just not. You can't get it.
Whose channel was it on? Was it on Jamie's channel or was it on Meghan's channel? I couldn't work it out.
It was on Jamie's. Yeah, we watched.
Well, that woman. That woman needs treatment.
Your daughter is very spoiled. She would leave her husband to come home. I think she would too. I think if she's being mistreated, she'd be like, "Forget it. You hurt my feelings." That's what she tells me. Mommy, you hurt my feelings. I said, what did I do? You heard
They learn the language.
because I won't give her a Sprite.
No Sprite for you. That's
No
just
Sprite
liquid
for
sugar.
you got to eat first. She doesn't like to eat, and she's getting skinny.
Oh.
Yes. I'm gonna get her some more gummy bear vitamins. She didn't take them before. I'm gonna see if she'll take them now, but I need to get some new ones. She was like, "Mommy, was you sick? Did you eat some fish? Was the fish swimming around in your tummy like that?" I said, "That's what it felt like."
Have you been sick? Have you been sick?
Yeah, I got sick one day. I was in the bed all day. It was the day before yesterday, Monday.
Oh.
My husband had to take the baby to school.
Never mind. What did you have? A 24-hour
Yes.
tummy upset?
Yes, it was. I think I don't know if it was the salmon, but something tore it up. I think it was a combination of things.
Yeah.
But your husband would never, ever let one of his girls be in anything hurtful. You wouldn't have to ask. You're right. You're right. He loves us.
Yes, you're right, Christine.
Asking you a question, dictator.
It's an abeyance. That's the word.
Yeah,
That's
she's
the
right.
legality.
She's an abeyance, yeah.
Gee, they were cruel to Diana. Why couldn't they have done that to Diana and let her keep her dignity? They didn't need to
By
take her
law,
title away. She was
Miriam
upset about that. Not much upset Diana, but she was upset about losing her royal title.
Yeah, she was. She was.
Oh, Diane.
Especially when she paid for it with her whole body.
I would have been pissed too. Give me my name. By law, Meghan will get the kids. I think yeah. I feel that here in California.
Yeah, right. You're right, Ziggy. You're right. I agree. I agree with Ziggy's comment. The Queen was in severe pain. There's nothing worse than bone cancer for pain. They can't get it under control.
Wow.
And for a long time, she was in pain. She had the cancer a lot longer than we ever knew about.
Oh, she didn't want people to know.
No.
If they were kids, she would be making money of the kids. She's trying to.
We put them in line session.
Isn't she trying to now? Merge the kids.
Oh, there are no kids. Show me a picture. Red hair, for God's sake. 1 minute she's blonde, then she's brown, now she's got red hair.
That doesn't even look real.
It's not. It's a photo, AI or whatever. And that stupid child voice, that's AI too. I get so sick of the garbage they present to us.
Why would Meghan let them take her kids? Who is they? Joy. They are shielding their kids from the public scrutiny. And I don't
Rubbish. Do you think there's not one person that they've always got? What's all this drop off? She's always taking them to school. Do you think there's not one mother there with a phone camera that couldn't sell a photograph of those stupid invisible kids for £100,000? There are no children.
Yeah, but they would
children.
It's against the law for them to publish pictures of children anyway, so they wouldn't even be allowed to publish them.
Oh, I think they would. There's a lot of newspapers that would publish them.
We're seeing the kids grow. See, Louis just lost his front teeth. I don't know. I try to shield my daughter sometimes, but I like to show you guys pictures of.
I think we're all living in another big C universe. It's all a great big scam and a distraction. I think they're up to no good, both of them. I don't know why Harry was walking around curtsying to her on their engagement and why she got to, be abusive behind the scenes during her honeymoon, and they never slept in the same room. What's going on? We don't know anything. We're fed, pablum. What do they feed mushrooms? We're all kept in the dark and fed fertilizer.
Are they trying to protect the kids from whom? Us?
Exactly. From who?
How can you send a 3-year-old to school?
Like when they get older, they're gonna still be shielding them.
And why do children come home from school to have a nap? A 5-year-old doesn't come home from school and have a nap.
No, Kara's not taking naps anymore.
No.
She takes a nap at school and that's it.
How old is Kira?
4. Should be
4.
5.
Yes. I would say a 4 could have a nap, but a 5-year-old who is nearly 6, he's 6 in a month or so, and he wouldn't be coming home from school to have a nap. She just opens her mouth and rubbish comes out.
Yeah, but when people say they're protecting the kids from scrutiny, they're actually protecting the kids from their own families. How can you justify keeping those children from their own families?
From their own families.
That's abuse.
It's abuse. It's child abuse.
Those kids have got cousins, their cousins and their grandparents. That their family is like the royal family. How could you not? Yes, okay, you want to protect them. Sure, of course you do. But why would you not want your children to be standing on that balcony in front of, with their cousins, the Prince and Prince George, who's the future king? And why would you not let them have that? Their father is the King of England. Why not?
Hello, Mo.
Well, that lunatic didn't even know how to stand on the royal balcony. She turned her back on the crowd.
She got told off.
Twice.
Yeah, that's when Harry had a backbone.
And she stomped her little feet. I don't like being told what to do. Turn around.
Yeah. She started crying. He told her off and she started crying.
Oh, boo-hoo. Yeah, sure. Left ear, right. Yeah.
I agree with you, Dictator and Dell and Sue Clark. Joy, it's beyond just protecting the kids. It's been bizarre from the start. Nothing makes sense.
Absolutely. Nothing makes sense.
Heads. Why show them at all? Just don't show them at all if you're going to show the back of their heads.
Because she's desperate for attention and she can't get any. Snowdrop says I'm behind the times. What is she saying? Why is Snowdrop being mean to me?
Ziggy Lee, are you trolling me? I don't know if you're trolling me, Ziggy Lee. I think you are, but that's okay. I still like you. You can troll me. That's okay.
What did she say? You broke down and what? Sister friend? What did she say you did? What's sister friend? Sister friend? What's that?
Sister friend. You would fit
What's
well.
That mean?
She's like a sister friend. That's like a friend.
You would fit in well and work within the firm.
Let me read it. You broke that down, sister friend. She's calling you a sister friend.
Ziggy, that's not true.
What? You would fit in well.
We're all friends here.
Why would Dictator work well in there?
We've all got our own opinions.
She can. I'm not saying she's trolling me. I'm not saying she's been nasty. I think she's just. That's okay, Ziggy Lee.
No, okay. What are y'all reading? Is y'all reading what's on the page?
Yeah.
No, this is not a dig. This is a compliment. You broke that down, sister friend. Sister friend is a friend. Like she's calling you her sister and a friend. You won't. Okay. You would fit in well and would work well with the firm.
So yeah. It's a plus. It's a compliment. We misspoke.
Okay, Ziggy Lee, it's a compliment. Okay. But it'd be okay if it's not.
You think that Jamie's voice was more nerve-wracking?
Oh yeah, Ziggy, you're right. Like Jamie's voice was. I wanted to throw up. She talks like a baby girl.
Oh,
A little baby girl.
She sounds like my teacher, my daughter's teacher. Kara went to the bathroom on her own today. It was so great. And I was so proud of her.
Ah,
That's okay,
yeah.
Ziggy Lee. I stand corrected. It was a compliment. I stand corrected. I apologize. I apologize. It was a compliment.
Yeah, call me sister friend anytime. I like that. That's a new word.
Sister friend anytime. That's okay.
Sister friend, girl. Sister friend. My first time hearing it though. I
Well,
like it.
sometimes there's we get a generate or a country gap, and we
Oh,
in
yes,
misinterpret
of course.
language.
Yeah.
I get it all the time here. I'm like, what did they say? Prince Archie was born in London. Why would the royal cover for Meghan if this was a lie?
Because they're being
You
blackmailed.
think they would cover or they didn't know as well?
They knew it was a
They're not
fake
covering for her.
pregnancy. They
They're
knew
not covering
everything.
for her. They're not covering for her. They've let them go and they've washed their hands of them. They're not covering for her at all.
No.
Maybe your daughter doesn't like to eat due to food allergies. Has she had food allergy tests? No, she's picky. She'll look at it, and if it doesn't look right, or if the texture is wrong, or if it looks weird, it's a yucky.
That's classic. She'll grow out of that.
And then, like, I ran out of her muffins, and I put some different muffins in there, and she didn't eat it, and I was scared she was going to get mad at the teacher because she didn't have her muffins. I said, oh, Lord. So now we're out of fishies.
Fish fingers.
The little fish crackers.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Mo, are you a Meghan's fan too? Let's hear what these two are talking about.
They stole the Queen's name, Lilibet, then lied about how they had her permission. When BBC reported that the palace said they did not have her permission, they threatened litigation that they backed down from because they realized there's no way that they would win that.
Taking that point, do you know where Lilibet came from?
Yeah, I do, but go ahead and share it.
No, this is between Margaret and the Queen. It's what Margaret called the Queen because she couldn't say Elizabeth, so she's Lilibet, and it was the most important thing to the Queen. And I remember at the time when they called their daughter Lilibet, we just all went, "Oh my God, they'll stop at nothing but this."
No, that's not true. You've got it back to front. He's an idiot.
Our great Queen, our country will never be the same without her, and I've said it, and I make no apology for that.
Her grandfather called her Lilibet.
All of my life, the Queen was
Elizabeth.
The Queen.
The Queen couldn't say her name properly.
You couldn't say the name properly.
It's nothing to do with Margaret. People, they picked it up and they picked it up as a nickname, and Margaret did call her Lilibet. But the reason she was called Lilibet was because she couldn't say her own name correctly. She had a lisp. Right. And the grandfather called her by her name and thought it was cute and adorable. And that's where it came from. He's back the front. It wasn't nothing to do with Margaret, but Margaret did use it. Everybody used it. The whole family used it once the grandfather put it in action. It goes back a long way. It's absolutely cruel that woman got to do that and call her child that nickname. Called their child a nickname, a royal child a nickname. She's insane, that woman.
Yes,
She's mentally deranged.
She is a thief. A thief-a-do.
Read some background on what a sociopath is. They feel nothing. They lie. They have nothing as consequences. They feel nothing, morals, good or bad.
No heart. They don't feel bad. They don't know how to feel love. They don't know how to feel hate or anything.
No, they don't feel anything.
But the feeling.
And you could confront with them with all the evidence in the world, and they'll go, "Oh, that's not true." And then to them, it is the truth. Look, she told us what she was like when she was a child. She took over a child's party, put on a crown and said, "I'm a princess. Everybody follow me out into the yard and I'm going to tell you what to do." And what happened? Duh. This is what she's doing now. She's got a little crown on and she's telling everybody what to do. Yes, she hasn't changed since she was 8. Someone said her brain hasn't matured since she was 12. And I think they're right. I think she's an idiot. Cunning, but not.
When she talking about there was 80 people in my house, and I didn't want them to wake up Archie and Lilibet, and
Oh,
there's
bite
just
me.
so many people in my house. Like, I don't want their childhood to be surrounded by that. It didn't make sense.
She has a crappy old house with crappy old kitchen. It's a crap.
Let's say that.
She wouldn't want, and
I
80
just feel
people couldn't fit in
obligated.
there.
So I wanted to go into a nicer kitchen. That would have been bad too.
Yes, why don't you be honest?
Just
I wanted
be
it to
honest.
be,
That's why she's
clean and neat and bright, and not dark and dingy and old-fashioned like mine.
That is true, Ziggy Lee. Joy Lewis, I am very fair towards her and H, yet I call BS when I present itself, which is very often. Marianne, can you remember
That's
when
a good comment.
read about your daughter, Lady Letitia? We were all ready to come to your defense. Harry is protecting his kids. He knows the Pap will have a field day. Not the same. Not the same, Miriam. What do you think, Dell?
But he's protecting his kids from what?
Right.
From what? Yeah.
From what?
Yeah, what are they protecting the kids from?
Where is the big bad wolf?
Too much, they're going to end up something wrong because they're going to have real bad social skills.
She called the Paps for that big entrance into that 101 speech she made. I won't call it a speech. Garble jarble jill, and nobody turned up.
Right.
And she and she tries to look around and say, it's like when she came out of that restaurant a year or two ago, and she said, "Oh, thank you all for coming." And the reflection in her glasses were one photographer. And she says, "Thank you all for coming."
No one's following her around here in the United States. No one's like, "Can I have your autograph?" "Oh, Meghan's coming." It's not like Catherine and William. It is totally different. Her star power is like any other person. J-Lo. Oh, there's J-Lo. But they might show up for J-Lo and not show up for Meghan. She is not popular. She is not chased after. But she is on our platform. You know what I'm saying? She is being talked about here. Now, when Jag threatened me, let me just say this. I was pissed.
Who threatened you?
Jag about CPS.
All
and
right.
I called the police. And so those kids, I don't think those kids are in any danger. I just don't see it. I get them trying to protect the kids, but there is something called overprotecting.
Yeah.
But we don't know what they're being protected from.
Yeah.
They're
exactly.
The paparazzi taking pictures.
So
it's against the law.
Families, kids, there's photographs out there.
They cannot put the law in the US and the UK. They cannot put pictures of the children in the press. The only person who's put those children's pictures in the press is Meghan and Harry. Right. We saw the picture of her walking Archie to school when she had him on her hip and she was pregnant. She published that picture. All the pictures that we see of Harry and of those children is by Harry and Meghan. So what are they protecting them from now?
He told her, right, exactly.
Taking attention away from Meghan. She doesn't want anyone taking any attention away from her. Not even invisible children.
Yeah.
Ziggy Lee, he told her what to do before her first balcony. She did that stuff on purpose. That's why he was angry. Oh, might have been.
Can I just there's some comments in the thing. Snowdrop and Market Garden, you are correct. Archie was Prince George's security name, and they named Archie after Prince George's security name. That is correct.
Yeah, that's true. And pathetic. They really are pathetic. They'll do anything for attention to stir things up.
We are outsiders looking in, and there's probably enough blame to pass around amongst them. Meghan may have enhanced her stories, but there are
Colonels.
Say it.
Colonels.
We're awful. Yeah, we're talking.
Kernels of truth also. Yes, they are. That is right, Joy. But she manipulates the story. Like, I do believe they had a conversation about the color of, not the color of the skin, but what the baby was going to look like.
Of course I would have said that.
Is he going to look?
Also said, do you think the child will have red hair? They would have said, of course they would have said, will it be olive skinned and have red hair? Could be quite an attractive child.
Right. Of
course they would. But she turned it into a race. Oh, she was just using the whole thing. And Oprah Winfrey deserves to be removed from, well, she is being removed, boy, after kissing Epstein and licking his ear. I mean, Weinstein, the photographs of her and Weinstein, I mean, Oprah is dead in the water. And I noticed that she can't even get a decent guest on her podcast, old Meghan. She has to have hairdressers and old sycophants who are on their last leg, like Jamie.
Yeah, but it doesn't enhances her look, though. She looks...
All Jamie does is talk about God. And did you see Meghan's eyes flutter when she talks about God? Because she's a devil worshipper. She doesn't want anyone to talk about God.
You mean?
The Queen said she was evil, and she is, and she's proved it.
Oh, yeah, it's all good, Ziggy Lee. Jamie talks the walk. I talk to my cat.
What?
I talk to my cat in a baby voice too.
The cat probably understands.
Ooh.
Hey, why doesn't Christine come on? She's great chat.
Ask her.
Christine, come on. We haven't heard you for ages. The last time I talked to you live was when Murph was on. Where is Murph? Poor Murph.
Jeez.
Dictator got kicked off. Not in the beginning, Dale. And when they found out it was too late, and she screamed her privacy and medical confidentiality.
Who was that? Who screamed about medical confidentiality?
Must have been Jezebel Meghan.
Medical, yeah. Well, no one wants to know that she hasn't got a womb. I suppose she didn't want that revealed.
God, I'm still behind.
What did Debbie say?
Where's Debbie?
Debbie said it made a good comment. Christine said Debbie made a great comment. I want to hear it. I want to see it.
Yeah,
I can't see all the comments. And Dictator said, yeah.
The groceries, Debbie Campbell. The world has spun on its axle. Dale is talking sensitive.
Sensitive. I love it.
I love it too. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, you can hit me with a brick if there are any real kids. Letitia, you can come over to Australia and hit me with a brick in the head if there are any real children.
Wow.
You have my permission.
Hurt people. It's Archie from
Can you hear me? I can't hear you guys. Why can't I hear you?
It's Archie from a comic book character. No, he's from Dictator just explained it, that it's from George's security name.
Oh.
Yeah, Christine just got it. Yeah, it's an old story. 7 years old now. When does Archie turn 7? 6. When's Archie? Isn't it June, July? When's his birthday? When's the fake kid's birthday? He's got no habits. He's got no fans. He doesn't ever talk about anything. He doesn't watch television. He doesn't play games. He doesn't have a personality. He doesn't like anything. He doesn't dislike anything. The kid doesn't exist. You know, when you talk about your children, you say, oh, he did this and he did that. Oh, she never says anything like that. Unless she's never seen him. Perhaps she's never seen him. Perhaps she's kept with the nanny box, with the nannies.
Right. The kids are with the nannies. Siggy Lee, I'm curious what had made her childhood best friend stay silent. What childhood friend? Meghan don't have no friends.
The one at the wedding, the bridesmaid at the wedding, the one,
Oh, her.
I don't know what she was. Was she a bridesmaid or a mother of the bride, or I don't know what stupid title she had. You know that, and she had her children in the wedding as well.
She dumped her, Mulrooney.
Oh,
Mulroney, yeah, that's who she's talking about.
dumped her.
Mulroney, Jessica Mulroney. She's been thrown to the curb.
Yeah. She been kicked to the curb. I didn't know that Snowdrop Rolling Stone. Archie was also a comic book character that Megzy loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Archie and Jughead and all those? Veronica and Betty.
What was the low blow, Snowdrop? Michael Jackson did the same thing with his kids. Yeah, they had issues. They had issues when the parents does that crap stuff.
Well, I talk to Paris sometimes, and she has nothing bad to say about her childhood.
You talk to her?
Yeah. I'm her friend on Instagram, and she said she loved her father and he did nothing wrong and he was a sweet, sweet man, and all that pedophile stuff was rubbish. And I believe her because he was just a child himself.
He was used and abused, Michael Jackson, so bad in his life.
Oh, amen. His father was a mongrel. He beat him so badly.
Margaret Gardenfield, she stole Georgia's security name. She did.
Yes, she did.
Protecting the kids from being found out they're not real.
Amen, Sue Clark.
There is some stuff going on around those kids. It is. It is some drama. I don't know what it is.
That's why people keep calling them the invisible kids. They don't say that for nothing, and everybody does it. Doesn't Meghan realize how stupid she looks?
Joy is getting, this is evidence, Joy. When we talk about it, you can go and confirm what we say anytime you get ready to. Like Kinsley Schofield and this gentleman right here is talking about Meghan and her stealing the name Lilibet from the Queen. It's in, yeah, you can go and check out the receipts. Whatever you think that we're not saying right, you can check it out, especially if it's something really off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Tisha, I was ready to go find she who shall not be named when Lilibet was threatening with CPS.
Child Protection Services. Ooh. Oh. Well, that's about Jag, isn't it? Attacking you.
With CPS. I snapped. Something in my brain said, oh, hell no. This beat is trying to call CPS on me? On the mommy? Hello? And I said, Officer Jake, this woman is threatening me. What are you going to do about it? I did. I still got his number.
Well, hang on to it. You may need it.
Her address. I don't know if she's still at that address though.
Have you been watching Jag and her rants about? Oh no, sorry, Maggie and her rants about Jag I've lost track.
Jack.
Oh, Sue Clark. Do you know what? Do you want me to give you some evidence about something? What's behind door number 6? I'll give you some more receipts. Sue Clark, you
Love
just reminded me there. Do you want to see some more evidence?
No,
Yes, we do.
Child. Yeah, you don't even know my daughter. You don't know nothing about her. You don't know nothing about me. You're just, I believe Jaguar was jealous, and I normally don't say that about someone, but she was, because Maggie told me yesterday on her live. I said, Maggie, I said, was Jag talking about me behind the scenes, calling me a troll and telling you to get rid of me? She said, every day.
Yeah. And she wanted you off.
She said, I tried to hold on as long as I could.
Anyway, Dictator, tell us what you've got.
All right, so I've got some more evidence for you. Sue Clark, you just reminded me. Well done.
No.
Right, so what's behind door? I don't know what door we're on now. Number 5.
6.
Number 6, I think. Right. So, Letitia, if you Google Meghan Markle, Liverpool, I'll spell it for you when you bring it up.
Yeah. Meghan Markle, Liverpool.
I'm ready.
Right. So Meghan Markle, and then do Liverpool, Liver, liver, and Paul, Pool. One word, Liverpool.
That's it?
Yeah. And bring it up on the screen, and I'll show you. And she's got a red coat and a purple dress. And bring the results on the screen, and I'll show you the pictures that I'm looking for.
Oh, is that where the baby falls on the ground?
Birkenhead, yep, that's the one. But Liverpool's easier. So kind of scroll down.
Yeah.
And you'll see.
You want the video or just images?
No, just images, or you can do like you do Liverpool and do like fake pregnancy bump, because they're going to show you when she arrived and when she left and it fell down.
Yeah.
So come out of it.
There's a better photograph of where Harry tries to push it up under a dress when they get in the car, and it's taken from the other side.
Do fake pregnancy or something like that. Fake baby bump.
Or baby bump drops.
Fake baby.
I'm spelling it wrong. Bump.
BUMP.
Yankee Wally had that up right from the very beginning.
Scroll down there. She do one when she arrives, one when she leaves. Keep scrolling. There should do one, like 3 of them together. Do that one at the end. Then scroll back up again. Do the one go back up. The last one on the right, with that one. When she arrived, look how big that belly is. And when she left,
how flat it is.
Flat. There is better ones, but you might have to scroll down. But they got some monster pictures of she faked that baby bump.
Well, the one where Harry pushes it up under her dress as they get into the car, that's been completely deleted from the web.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Look at that one here. They go to where next to it. That one next to it.
This one.
No, go. Yeah. Look at it. Fell down. Fell down.
That's it on the ground. That's it at the bottom.
Oh,
see the lump?
My God.
See the lump at the bottom? That's the baby. It fell out of her body.
Is that? Oh,
The strap broke. The strap that was holding it up broke and it fell on the ground. She doesn't care. You could show her that photograph and she would say, "Oh, that's AI." Hang on to it. She's holding it up. What about the endless coat flick?
No, look, it's gone. It's gone. It's starting to hang down.
I love it. That was the best photograph ever. And they got every image. There's hundreds of them.
yeah,
Quick, pick it up. She'll say it was a handbag.
It just disappears.
It just
Oh no, that's her knee. That's her knee. No, that's not her knee. That's the baby.
Hello, Christine. How are
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
I'm
Snowdrop and who needs to turn their back on when they sing the national anthem, the Queen.
What'd you say,
look at
Christine?
that. Bell to the knees, right there at Birkenhead. I was just
Hey,
looking at,
Christine.
hi, Bell.
Hello.
Hi,
It's
hi, the reporter. Hi, Lady Letitia. I was just looking at Meg's bump that's falling down to the knees at Birkenhead.
yeah, very so. Does she sound a little muffled to you guys?
Oh, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Do
a
I?
little bit muffled.
Do I need to be still? I'm pacing because I'm nervous.
Why do you be nervous?
Being on the
Well,
panel?
can y'all hear me okay?
It sounds a little different, sweetie.
How does it sound?
It sounds, how does it sound to you guys?
Wait. Maybe it's because I have my ear pod in. Hang on.
That might be it.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah,
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Yes,
perfect.
very much so. Polly, thank you for following us and hanging out with us and getting to know what's going on in the Meghan sector.
Letitia, I have to go off for a minute. I'll be back.
Okay, okay.
See you in a minute.
Christine, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's just a really rainy day, and Harley doesn't want to step one foot in the rain.
Oh,
So
yes.
I'm watching her close because it's like I know she's probably going to need to go back out, but she doesn't like the thunder strike. Yeah, it's been thundering a lot. So
Yes, it really has here in
so
Texas.
no, I'm good. I just I'm busy all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is
wow.
busy.
It's intense. Well, you get into what you want to get into, and then
Yeah.
then you just get so attached to it, and it just, I mean, it's just so different over here. It's just two different things from Maggie's to here, which is cool, but it's a lot. I told the chat the other day that my brain was fried.
Right. I know. It'll fry it.
Well,
It'll
because I still keep up with all of the royal stuff too.
right.
So it's a
Yes.
lot. It's a good
Well, it
escape
keeps it
though.
interesting, that's for sure.
It's all interesting, and I think it keeps your mind, going though. That's a good thing. You know,
Yes.
keeps you up on things. So, but yeah, I'm glad Polly's
What's going
here.
on with just really quick?
Yeah.
What's going on with Maggie?
Well, we were on a live today for a while. I didn't catch all of it, but she just, how Maggie's very precise, and she goes through every single detail of why this happened or that happened.
Yes.
So I really appreciate that. And then, things calm down a little bit, but then, the next thing happens. So there's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of those things. And I don't know, people are really, we were talking about this, very, very disrespectful in the comments and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just it's way more, even though the Mexican community is intense, it's a different type of intense. I mean, there's only, a few people will say this and that, but I mean, it gets really just down and dirty and mean, and then sometimes you just have to turn it off.
Yes, that's true.
And
You
then
do. I
and then
have
you
to
like
turn it off.
someone one day, and then the next day you don't like them. I mean, it's like, oh my
Right.
God, it just,
Yes, I
just,
have to turn it off sometimes too.
oh, I know.
You're
I'm not
absolutely
on
right.
Twitter
It's
at all anymore.
overwhelming.
I just completely stopped listening to Twitter. I mean, going to Twitter.
Oh, really? Because you used to like Twitter.
I know it. I've got over 1,000 followers on there, and but it's like I just can't. You just have to give you have to give it a
What's
rest.
going on with Donald Trump?
Um, well, that's another thing. I have no idea. I just don't even watch any politics anymore.
I know it's out there. It's real. My husband listens to it. He
Well,
always whispering in my ear, telling me that what's the latest?
well, I know he's
That
got all those tariffs on, and
the
everyone's not
tariffs.
liking that.
Exactly. And I think Jeff Bezos was gonna show the tariffs, show the difference in tariffs. Like one cost if it's $5, but now it went up to 10 because of the tariffs. He was
Right?
gonna show us the difference.
Oh,
But
really?
Donald Trump got upset and
Oh,
yeah, he got upset and um told him don't do it. So he's not gonna do it now.
really? So he listened to that?
What'd you say?
So Trump listened to the advice or not?
Yeah, Jeff Bezos did. He listened to the
Oh, he
advice.
listened to. Is that a good thing?
That's not a good thing.
It's
It
not a
just
good
sounds
thing.
like he got taken over by Donald Trump because it would
Oh,
be nice for us to know what we're paying now
well, yeah.
versus before the tariffs.
Well,
Now,
I
what are we
agree.
paying after the tariffs? There's a
Yeah.
lot of goodies that we used to get that it's not going to be on that it's not going to be on our shelves anymore because we get some imports from China and stuff. So, in different
Really?
places. So we're not going to start seeing a lot of the goods and services goods that we used to buy from those countries.
Well, I have this theory in my mind about all of that is, when you go, okay, so you go 8 years with a president, then you go 4 years with a Democrat, then you go 4 years with a Republican, 4 years with a Democrat, and then back to 4 years with a Republican. I mean, it just
You
screws
know what? I
everything
think it
up.
should be 8 years. Do you?
It
Or is that too
should.
long?
It should, because all this going back and forth and changing all of those policies,
Yes.
that's what causes that disruption. And it'll level out though. It will. It'll
I
level out.
hope
It'll level
so.
out in 2026 probably. So
Okay.
yeah, that's my theory, to put it in simple terms.
I remember that one. Yes.
It's too much, because you know how they sign all those executive orders changing the Democrat policy to the Republican policy. Well, when that happens, they got to go through all that stuff and then, come out on the other side. So it takes about a year and a half to level out. Yeah, very disruptive right now.
It is. It really is. As the world turns.
But we're hanging in there. And if y'all don't all know, Lady Letitia is a Democrat and I'm a Republican.
Yeah,
And we can talk about politics without, getting ugly.
exactly. Without going too far and getting upset with each other.
No, but seriously, I can't even tell you the last time I watched anything political at all. I'd only know about it because someone might bring it up in the chat or something like that. But yeah.
Me too. Me too. I agree.
Yeah, I don't watch it. Like my husband watches it, and then he comes by me and starts telling me
gives
all
you a
this
report.
Yeah, he gives me this big report, and I'm looking at him like this. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's not
need
good.
that. I need a report. I need to just hear the highlights. But I used to watch politics all day, every day. Always had it on, always on the TV. And then if I was on YouTube, doing a chat or whatever, or on someone's channel, I'd still have it on in the background on Fox News every day. And I just don't have my TV on at all anymore. That would literally drive me insane. More insane than I already am.
Okay.
Oh, How are you doing, Dale?
Yeah, I love what you're saying. I'm with you. I stopped listening to politics 2 years ago because I used to move in circles, and they all said, and they used to lie and cheat and manipulate, and said you have to be an idiot to be a politician. Consequently, most politicians are idiots. And I thought, right, that's me. I don't want anything to do with it, and I have never ever voted, and I never ever will.
Oh, really? You don't vote?
There it is.
Oh, what's this? Oh.
Oh, it popped.
It popped out.
Pop.
So Minnie's been looked after here, obviously by the animal care team.
You're all over this shop, Letitia. What are you on to now?
Yes.
See the bump come out.
Her water broke.
You want to mute that, Letitia? That's
If we mute
it's
it, we won't
blocking
hear the pop.
everybody.
What?
Mute it because it's blocking. It's loud and we
It's
can't hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, tell us what's going on, because it's hard
You
to
can't see it?
Oh, well, so is this your illustration of where she bobs up and down in 6-inch Louis Vuitton heels and she's like 8 months pregnant? Yeah, everybody can do that.
But it's popping.
Yeah, you see it pop out. You see it pop out as she tries to grab it.
Oh, yeah, and it actually makes a noise.
Look at the baby bump. It pop out.
She doesn't care.
But she can't get down like that.
She'll probably say she was passing wind.
Oh, it popped. You see it pop. That's my first time. Watch her belly pop. Oh!
So Minnie's been looked after here, obviously by the animal care team, but also by the civil team.
Yes.
Oh, turn it off. It's boring.
Are y'all seeing pop out?
Yeah.
It's like bubble wrap. It sounds like, you know how
I
bubble
hate
wrap
that.
sounds?
Look how she's on the floor.
Oh, Lord.
Turn it off, Letitia.
Mute it, mute the sound.
So Minnie's been looked after here, obviously by the animal care team, but also by the civil team.
Yes. Mute who?
Just mute the sound.
Yeah, just mute the sound. We don't want to hear the
See the
her
play
passing
button.
wind.
The play button's a bit next to it.
Was it 6 years old?
Oh my God.
It's doing it again. I'm going off. I got a one in the chat. Who's chatting to me?
Oh, wow. That is crazy. I know I remember hearing it pop, but I don't remember hearing it move while it popped.
Yeah.
I put in Meghan's bump make noise, and that's what came up.
Yeah. If you go back to the one where she's in Liverpool, you can actually see it fall down in that purple dress. Yeah, you can't see it in the video, but if you see the pictures, is it slowly falls down. It was crazy. That's when everyone went, "Oh, that baby's not real."
Oh, to me, it's showing the tariffs. A lady bought a $19 dress. Tax was $156. Shipping was free. Tariff was $34.17. Total dress price. They starting to go up on their prices. To me, ain't cheap no more. That's a lot.
Has Christine gone?
The total price was $54. She must have fell off for a second, or she might have left.
I was talking to her in the chat, and it put me off too. Maybe I put her off. Hope not.
Wow. Okay, what time is it? I gotta go get a little bit soon. Let's see. Let's hear what the rest of them are saying.
Not to use the HRH title perfectly I think is a perfect thing to a woman who wanted nothing to do with it. What I'd love from you is, where do you think that the wee ginger boy stands in all of this, Harry? Because
the wee ginger boy.
I'm trying to tread carefully. He loved his grandmother, and I'm sure there is plenty about him that is beginning to think, oh my God, this woman will stop at nothing. Maybe I'm sticking up for him unfairly. Maybe he needs to put his foot down. Would he have known about this? Would he be appalled about this? What do you reckon? Because this is absolutely against what she was told to do by our late queen.
I haven't heard from Samantha since she told me she was going to come on my platform again.
She won't come on unless you give her a whole list of questions and absolutely agree not to change anything, not even a word in any of the questions you submit to her.
I'm
or give her a load of cash.
Reach out to me, and if she says she wants to come on, then we'll go from there. Otherwise, I'm done asking.
She's a psyops anyway. Why doesn't she ever talk about her 3 children that she supposedly have?
Wow, I would be worried about
I don't believe a word that halfwit says.
Did the ladies look at her? I didn't see the ladies look at her. Did you guys see the ladies look at her?
One of them did. One of the ladies looked.
They're embarrassed for what she's wearing.
Let's go back.
She should have worn one. She should have worn a naked suit and showed everything. She might just as well have. Oh no, it's back again. I don't want to see that stupid dog anymore.
Which lady looked at her?
I think it's one of the glasses.
What lady? What are we talking about?
One of the glasses.
God, I hate that woman. Letitia, why are you playing this again?
Because I wanted to ladies looked at her.
The one in the glasses.
Oh, okay.
With a stethoscope around her neck. She saw it.
Oh, it was her. Okay. Okay. Back on here.
It's disgraceful.
Right. He would have known about this. He has nothing below the trousers. This is not the only issue that I believe is causing tension in the home, because you also mentioned those images of the children. How can you post images and videos of your children the same week that you are campaigning in New York to keep kids off of social media because they are committing suicide? It's absolutely ridiculous. The hypocrisy. the hypocrisy that come from these two. And the HRH title, Meghan dismissed it and said, I only use it with friends and family. You don't have permission to do that.
But even still, think about what you just said. She's so, I'm going to say arse, right, if you want to get your button. She's so up her own backside. You've just told me, she said, I only use the HRH title amongst family and friends. Like you go to your friend, Ryan, can you go and get me a cup of tea? HRHJ sending you. What a load of old tosh. She's full of it, that girl, isn't she? She's full of it, man.
She's absolutely full of it. Jamie interviewed Meghan on her podcast this week and introduced her as the Duchess of Sussex. And then Meghan proceeded to talk about how she's no longer trying to impress people despite shoving titles down our throats. It's all a crock. I'm so sick of the media here in the States, even playing their game. They're shameless and they are so desperate right now to make a buck. And they continue to stomp all over the poor Queen's legacy. And she gave them the benefit of the doubt because she did love Prince Harry, but she didn't realize what a vicious
I would actually
climber he married.
I suspect she probably did, but so ingrained was she in the duty of her role and how it was important. It was never political, and she didn't play stuff out in public. I fully expect the Queen, very much probably like William admitted, he knew from day one that she was bad news. I suspect the Queen also knew that. But we all know the reason he fell for Meghan Markle. But yeah, it's extraordinary, and you're right. Maybe I shouldn't.
No, we don't.
If your wife publicly slags off your family and then uses it and you've just nailed it, haven't you? On the week you go to New York and say, children shouldn't be on social media, you're then posting pictures of your ginger kids to try and increase your followers. Absolutely outrageous.
Well, he just cut off.
Yeah. Goodbye. Good luck. I get a bit sick of Kinsey and her blubber.
I like Kinsey.
Early in December
sweet,
2016,
the
girl's borrowed car was found left on the road beside a river. She was nowhere to be found, and her family suspected the worst.
In the middle of the bridge, there's a car that's abandoned.
Oh no, is this Virginia
They
Dufresne?
wondered if maybe she'd taken her own life. The 19-year-old had a harrowing
Oh.
few years after the death of her mother. But things had been looking up for her. She'd been hoping to move to Canada with the help of an unexpected inheritance. But
You
now
gotta turn
she
it
was missing.
off.
And the answer to her
Y'all know about that story?
Don't want to know
No.
about it.
No.
Let's talk about the royal family playing the long game with Virginia Dufresne. You mustn't upset the royal family and make them play £12 million. They get even in the end. They wait and wait and wait.
Oh, I don't think they had anything to do with that.
Oh, you'd be surprised. We're talking about behind the grey suits. Way behind the grey suits.
Do you know what I think happened? I think, my personal opinion, she was taking so many substances and drugs that her body just packed up. Maybe because they were talking about her kidneys. And
I think she's been dead a long time
yeah.
that we don't know about. And that old photograph of her in the hospital, that was an old abuse photograph that she had taken years ago when her husband beat her up and put her in the hospital and blacked her eye. That's an old photograph, and I wish they would stop showing it because I've seen it before a couple of years ago. And they keep banging on saying, oh, it's from the bus crash. It's not.
Yeah.
Do
I think
some
her
research.
body, and that's what Ryan Dawson, he comes on Sean Atwood as well, and he said her body was failing from all the substances and abuse that she took, and she may have just ended it because she was just in too much pain.
It may have been an accidentally overdose. I don't think she actually did it herself. I think it was an accident because she was overdosing and her kidneys were failing. And
She would have been in a lot of pain if her kidneys are failing. I think she just.
That's why she went to the hospital. If she went to the hospital, they said she went to the hospital a few days after the so-called bus incident because she was suffering pain, and that's when they discovered the condition her kidneys were in.
Yeah.
And she was warned that she must address the problem, otherwise it's going to get worse. They didn't say anything about 4 days. No doctor in his right mind would say anything about 4 days. That's, I don't know, spam. But I think she accidentally overdosed if she did, because she was drinking heavily, she was taking all sorts of medication, and her kidneys were failing. So I think it was an accident, and that's why there's no note left, or no. She didn't leave
Yeah.
anything
If
behind.
her kidneys, if she was drinking heavily, her kidneys were going. Her liver may have been bad as well,
Yeah,
and she may just have destroyed her body and just ended it.
yeah. I felt sorry for her. She did. She
So
was.
Yeah,
do
she
She
I.
does
did
have
a
case.
good job. She was very brave, but her husband was a mongrel, and he pushed her into that second court case. They got
Yeah.
$7 million. The first £7 million. The first uh, shut up money, and then he said, "No, let's go again. Let's go again." Push, 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 and she went along with it, and they got 12 million from the Queen because it was getting really out of hand, and they just wanted it to go away, and the Jubilee was coming up, and there's a minefield of misinformation around the
Wow.
whole case.
Yeah, it's awful.
It is awful. It's
Snowdrop
sad.
claimed Ada was in the hospital.
Who's in the hospital?
Snowdrop was bringing up the fact that Ada was in the hospital. They claimed.
Oh God, we're not back on Ada
I
again,
know
are we?
Bonnie is really having a hard time. She said she called me yesterday, and was telling me that Maggie hadn't taken down all the videos. And I said, how many videos is out there, Bonnie? She said 70. I said, how many? 70. I said, I don't remember her making that many videos, but 70 videos on you about the Ada situation. She's really upset about it.
Well, that's why she was getting so many hits, and that's why she kept putting it up. Sometimes she would have to have up to 500 people watching, so she kept putting them up and putting them up and putting them up.
Yeah, but yeah,
Just for clicks, just for keep a channel up.
mm-hmm.
It's
But
sad
Bonnie's
because that's just
upset.
throwing someone under the bus.
Upset. I'm suing. I'm trying to get in contact with the Canadian Canadian something.
You want to go back there into that Ada pit?
No, that's what I was just saying that Bonnie called me last night talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still friends with Maggie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm friends with everybody.
82?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you be careful. I don't trust any of them. They're two-faced.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I just listen to their content. That's it. I just listen to their content. I don't try to get personal.
Yeah.
I just listen to their content and move on, because there's always going to be something.
Yeah, well, you want to keep up your own channel with your own people, and the Meghan rubbish. It's a good channel. You got good people on.
Yes,
You go back over there. They're gonna drag you back again.
Yes, they will, and I'll be in a fight with someone new, and I don't want that.
Unless you want to keep two channels running, that's a better idea.
No, this is Meghan. We're gonna do Meghan.
Yeah. Well, so Meghan's a fun channel. She's rubbish.
Yeah, she is. She's got a lot going on.
I've been watching Matthew Steeples. Have you ever watched Matthew Steeples?
I do, but he's not talking about Maggie and Meghan.
Oh, he talks about everybody and everything. He just gets on and he gets on late. He's always drinking. He knows a lot of stuff.
Jesus wept.
I asked him, could I do an interview on him?
You did?
Yeah.
You asked him. He'll do it. He'll talk to anybody. He talks to me. He's a rat bag.
He was. I'm gonna have to go back over there and say, hey, when you gonna do the interview with me?
Yeah. Say, come and do a live with Dill. He knows me on. I've known him on X for ages. He's a drunken rat bag. We sort of drink together.
If he comes on, let me know when he's on.
He's on all the time. He comes on, he goes out to dinner, then he comes back on again after he's come back from dinner, and he's absolutely pissed. And he talks about all the royals and the scandals. I sort of poke him with names because he doesn't know Joe Rogan. He doesn't know Douglas Murray. I don't think he knows Jordan Peterson. And then I say something like Russell Brand, and he's off on a tirade for hours, cursing and swearing about Russell Brand. And yet he doesn't know anybody else. He's never heard.
He does the Atwood channel a lot. He does the Atwood channel a lot.
Yeah. He's crazy. He's lovely. I enjoy him. He's eccentric. He's amusing.
That's why I want to go on his channel. He's so cool. Me and him, the only question I would have was about Meghan.
I haven't seen him do a live backwards and forwards. He goes on Sean Atwood, and then you can ask him, you can talk to him and ask him questions. You can't talk to him because he never actually does a live dialogue, but he does go on Sean Atwood and rant and rave and talk to Sean. But he does when he comes back into his own little domain. All he ever talks about is his poor wife who's coughing. She's got a chronic cough, and
his wife is sick.
Yeah, she's got a bad cough, and I put it into the chat. I think it's a heart cough because nothing is touching it. She's taking all sorts of medications and nothing is reducing it, and that sounds like a heart cough. And when I put that in, a lot of people streamed up and said, yes, I think it's a heart cough. A heart cough. Yes, definitely a heart cough. That's when your lungs sort of, your heart's a bit failing and you get fluid in your lungs because it's not your heart isn't clearing your lungs and you get this cough. It's a particular cough. It's like you're trying to clear a liquid out of your lungs. And I think that's what she's got. But he doesn't want to face that. He just says, oh, no, she's just annoying. She's upstairs. She's gone to bed, And I think she should be seeing a better doctor than the one she is seeing. I mean, I saved my mother-in-law's life. She had a cough like that 10 years ago. And I said to her doctor, I said, this is not a cough. This is a heart cough. And another doctor took over and said, yes, it is. And it must be addressed. And she's now 93. So people ignore a cough.
Oh, wow. Oh, his wife is how old?
Well, I don't think she's that old. I don't think Matthew's that old. I think he's around late 50s. And so she might be around the same age. I think he did say she was a little bit older than him.
Okay.
I don't know.
Big companies will never return to the U.S. and pay a living wage to Americans versus paying pennies in China. That's true. They're not going to bring back factories and stuff over here and have those jobs over here. It's just not
Can't do it.
Happen.
No.
Mm-mm.
Trump had a good talk with Zelensky at the Pope's funeral, and they both agreed to keep the war going because it makes money for both of them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's an evil world.
Okay, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go get a little bit from school. But I want to thank you guys. I want to read a couple
It is true,
stars.
Christine.
What's interesting?
That they want to keep the war going.
Yeah, it is. 509. I think Harry is a weak man that is in an abusive relationship. He's wrong, but deserves compassion. I like that.
That's nice.
That one.
That is nice.
Miriam, Dr. Sophie must go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah, Dr. Sophie's got a bit of a dark history there.
Oh, what happened? What's going on with Dr. Sophie? Of course they're going to dig up dirt.
Well, she comes from a very wealthy family, and look into it. Do a bit of research on it. It's not nice. I mean, she's a bit of a Meghan Markle. She likes to be a star and likes to be in the attention, and she likes to be in the limelight. But I'm afraid she may have shot herself in the foot with this one because
her.
Well, the royal family will back Harry in defending his mother's charity, and they will throw her under a bus.
I hope I hope she doesn't lose. I believe the harassment and bullying and the misogynist and all of that is true.
Well, we all know that about Harry anyway.
Yeah.
She's not telling us anything new.
Very damaging. When it comes to the kids, H&M behave like they have a big secret to hide.
They do. They have a lot of secrets to hide.
Very, very much so. All right, lovely people. Thank you so much for your support, your love, for dropping by, for hanging out with me.
It's been fun.
That's a good chat today.
It was. It was good. It was productive. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, ladies.
We're all over the shop, but we got there in the end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like being all over the place.
I think I'll go and abuse Matthew now.
Oh, he's on?
Probably. He's always on.
Tell him in this chat that Lady Letitia wants to do an interview.
I will. I'll
then
put
I'll
you
be
up
over
there
in a minute to ask too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, check out if he's on.
Guys.
He may be, laughing and drinking somewhere at some hoi polloi party in Monaco, which is where he is now.
Liquor.
Oh, he drinks all sorts of stuff. He's on the wine lately. I think he's cut down on the hard stuff.
He likes the wine. Okay.
Yes, he had a bottle of what do you have? Sauvignon Blanc last night. Sauvignon. Sauv Blanc. Good old Sauv Blanc. I think it was something that costs a lot of money. It doesn't seem to be hard pressed for cash, old Matthew.
Oh, that's what he said.
Well, he doesn't say that, but he saw his holiday in Monaco. So.
Oh, he's in Monaco.
He's in the south of France. He's over there somewhere. He may be back. I mean, he flashes around. He could be back. I haven't checked in on him late. I mean, I can't be bothered most of the time. I've got a new
for my phone
project.
It is no good. It is not the best.
What's wrong with your phone?
I bought a case for it. And it's not working out.
Does it fit?
It fits, but like when I close it sometimes this sticks out. Like this. And then
that's annoying.
It is very annoying.
You might need a new one.
I just bought this one.
Did you try it in the shop? Did you try and test it out?
It goes to my phone. It's specifically for my phone. And then
maybe it's just stiff. Keep banging on it. Keep loosen it up.
Okay. All right. I gotta go, guys. Love you.
Okay.
See you later, everybody. Bye, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye, Dictator. Bye, Christine. She's gone off. Bye, Sue Clark. Bye, Ziggy. Bye, Snowdrop. Bye, everybody. See you soon.
Okay, but maybe later today. Depends on what's going on.
Okay, well, give me a buzz and let me know. Keep in touch.
Okay.
I'm still awake. I'll come on.
Oh yeah. We did one last night, Dictator. You were probably asleep.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, good night. Goodbye, ladies. See you later.
Bye. Bye, sweetheart. Bye-bye.